Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Cass's Kitchen. As I've gone through and scoured the interwebs for, well, something new and interesting to possibly create, steal, borrow, whatever it is you want to call research nowadays, I've noticed something that is lacking. We're lacking an all-American soup. Every other nation seems to have something going on. There's like a major noodle pasta chain that has Zuppa Tuscany, or some variation thereof. And just thought to myself, well, there should be a Zuppa Americano. Let's do that. Let's make a Zuppa Americano. And what does that entail? Well, stay tuned, and I will show you. So you made it. All right. So we're going to start off, like down here, underneath the camera, is the crock pot. We're going to use that as our primary tool for cooking this bad boy. We're going to start with some of the liquid. I already have a little bit of water, mostly just to rinse out the juices as I dice some things in the crock pot already. In here we have a pork stock, homemade from a pork roast. It's nice and gelatinous and fatty. That's gonna be good stuff. Except it's not good stuff on my fingers. Gross. All right. I got a tall boy of, I accidentally showed the label, tall boy of an indiscriminate American beer. Use what you like. I don't know. For cooking, I don't always use a good beer for that, or what I determine to be a good beer. So we're just gonna go ahead and pop that in there. And while we're at it, let's, start the crock pot warming up. We're gonna probably do about, I don't know, half of the tall boy in there, so just don't feed it to your children, I guess. I'm gonna feed it to my cats. They love getting ripped. Like catnip's for wimps. They've moved on to booze and heroin, so it's great. So we got the liquids in the crock pot. Let's get the first wave of meat and other things to give this broth some flavor for a bit. So up off the wire. First thing I nabbed is one whole onion and about 3 cloves of garlic, maybe 4, probably closer to 4. Use whatever you want. It's just soup. Let's do this. Just gonna dump it in. Yeah, that's how you do it. Dead air time. Woo! Get that kind of a stir, because just clump of onions, clump of other glue, and goo. Gorilla glue, because we're going to use timely humor on this show. And get every last delicious drop. Alright. And just like Arby's, we're bringing in the meat. So we got here is just standard brat. Got it from a local supermarket. Just gonna dice it up a little bit. Just gonna pop that in there. And that's what we're gonna do to start. I'm gonna do some vegetable prep as that kind of starts to make a delicious broth, and we'll come back in a bit and start adding more stuff to it. And we're back for some more additional stuffs. Get lid off. Oh, that's starting to smell. Got some extra spices here. I got about teaspoons of mustard seed, fennel, and thyme, and closer to a tablespoon of paprika. We're gonna just sprinkle that in there. And got like another 2 cups of water. Let that go in there. Microwave's yelling at me. And next, some accoutrement. got ourselves about half a head of cabbage. When I was talking about this to Dawn, she was all like, "Where's the kale at?" And I'm like, "Fuck you, this is America. We don't have kale here." So that's why we have cabbage, because this is America. And, you know, kraut goes with brats, so that's what we're doing. And then one more thing, and we'll jump cut, because I didn't have everything ready then and there, but we got about 5 small to medium potatoes. Actually, not in this bowl. That was one of the reasons prep didn't work. And we're going to do 1 good scoop of brown mustard, and kind of just get that in there, let it incorporate a little bit because things are peeking out. Don't worry, things will shrink up as they cook. But there we go. That is going to be the base of everything, and we're just going to let this sit till we're ready to eat, whenever that happens to be.
Clearly trying to take out the back here.
All right, it has been about 6 hours. I think our soup is ready to be, well, tasted and tested, and we'll see how that goes. So, magic. Poof, internet magic. I am now in my dining area, living room area, whatever you want to call it, with a bowl of the hot soup. I did end up getting cold feet and garnished it with red pepper flakes, just because, despite the ingredients I put in, I didn't think it had enough kick to it. Personal preference kind of thing in there, for me anyway. I like to have my food have a kick, and I didn't do a lot of vinegar or tart, I guess acid would be the proper term. Not really did a whole lot of acid in there because I didn't put like sauerkraut in rather than cabbage, which I contemplated, but just got lazy, didn't buy anything. So I got my bowl of soup. Cam work is terrible because y'all not paying me enough, but soup, 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 soup. Okay, done playing around. Done playing around. So, let's give this a try. See how this goes. Well, maybe 2 bites. I don't know. I get a little bit of everything in there. And a little bit of potato, the cabbage, brat. It's pretty good. I will actually say. The type of bread I used wasn't, I didn't feel it was the best, but it was just the brat type. That can change. This harkens back to a lot of the ground pork soups I used to eat as a child with my grandmother. Totally different. You know, it's similar. Got onions and cabbage in there. But actually, allowing it just sit, I imagine the soup would be actually better next day. But for not knowing what I'm doing, pretty good actually. The original intent was to serve this with some garlic bread featuring my exalted butter, so go through my likes and subscriptions in there and, you know, dig it out. I think it's one of the top videos, top, if you sort by new anyway. Made homemade butter, garlic butter anyway. But, so, I think I'm going to bid you guys adieu. Enjoy my soup, enjoy my lunch. Thank you all for watching. If you like the video, which why would you? It's me, didn't flannel. Hit the like, subscribe button. I guess you can turn notifications on. I don't turn notifications on for anybody I subscribe to, so you don't have to. But if you turn the notifications on, it'll let you know whenever I pop a new video up. If you'd like to help out monetarily, maybe get me a good camera or good editing equipment, I have 2 forms in which you can help out there, which I'll put the links in the discussion section below. Ko-fi.com/, patreon.com/CASSONOVA is my tip jar. You just chuck money in there, however, whenever. And I also have a Patreon if you like a little bit more bang for your buck, get you some actual goods and services in return for your hard-earned cash, and that is patreon.com/CASSONOVA. You get twice a week updates, plus various other goodies, exclusives. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't just throw out there that, a higher tier means better goodies, but, every little bit helps. Everybody, everyone should just be at least a chum. I think chum's the bottom tier. Be a chum. It's $1. It's fine. But thank you all for watching. Enjoy your soup. I'll enjoy mine.